to Cat and Dogs on Wheels. I'm Cat. We've got RJ and we've got Smokey in the tent under fans. Welcome to Pet Parade number 3, and it's a great one, so let's just get right into it. Today we're going to start out our parade in Texas. Carla is owned by 3 adorable pups. Lucy, a white Maltese, Roxy, a red Irish Doodle, and Maggie, a black Labradoodle. What next? We have Shauna's critters. That includes Furry and her 2 daughters, Slinky and Cosmo, and the adorable pup that lives with these girls is Steady. Do you think he holds his own with 3 cats that look as big as he is? His name sure implies that he does. Next we have a parade of cats, but it's more about spotlighting Sergeant Betty, who is, by herself, on her own, an amazing cat rescue. Betty has been a dear friend of mine for many years and is a veteran from Desert Storm, and with her service came great sacrifice. She was the dispatcher for rescue helicopters, and while living in the desert, Betty and her whole troop were exposed to germ warfare chemicals and all came home with permanent health side effects that killed many of them. Betty herself has suffered with these side effects ever since, which has also included many surgeries and left the medical professionals scratching their heads, not knowing what to do. Sergeant Betty is a guardian angel for cats. No matter what state or home she's in, the feral cats find her. She always has a group of cats she calls her own, and many that are feral she traps, spays, and neuters, then feeds. At this moment, Betty has 5 she calls her own, and 12 feral cats. The numbers, though, are in constant flux. All cats are welcome. It's like the cats spread the word of Betty's cat diner. Any feral cat that wants to live in the house becomes her cat. She names her house dwellers. The most recent is Tomboy, who she found on her counter one day. Betty lives on her military retirement, yet still spares no expense on the health issues that many of her ferals come to her with. She cooks chicken with barley, lentils, carrots, and peas twice a week. She's in Arizona in extreme heat, so the hot kitties lick up the broth first, then eat the yummy food. It's no wonder the cats come from all over to find Betty's fine dining cat restaurant. Over the years, I imagine the number of cats and kittens she has rescued is in the hundreds. So a special shout out to Sergeant Betty for her service and personal sacrifice for our safety and democracy. Thank you, Betty, for your selfless efforts and rescuing countless of forgotten cats. They are all her fur babies. You won't find a bigger, more caring heart than Sergeant Betty's. I love you, Miss Betty. Next, we have Merlin. Merlin is 18 pounds of athletic muscle and is an avid hunter. He excels at keeping 3 homes in their rural community rodent-free. He is often seen carrying his prey, which includes crows, bunnies, and squirrels from one yard to the other. Merlin owns 3 humans, Emmett, Lori, and Ken. When he's acting cute and rolls on his back, don't scratch his belly, you'll pay a price. Scratch him under his neck. Ken can attest to that. He's mostly an outdoor cat by choice. He's a talker with many voices. When it's raining outside, he performs a blues show sounding like a harmonica, voicing his displeasure at the rain. He also complains when no one's paying attention to him or not fulfilling his perceived needs. He's smiling here, and I think I know why. Merlin is spoiled and in charge. Next, we have Chauncey. Kathy adopted Chauncey in 2017 from SNARR, Special Needs Rehab and Rescue. He was rescued from Egypt after a horrific attack with a knife or a machete with shrapnel scars on his legs. Kathy was in a wreck the week before bringing Chauncey home. She was supposed to walk for physical therapy, but it was so painful that she really wasn't doing it. But with Chauncey, she had to take him on walks, thus forcing her into doing her physical therapy regularly and just pushing through the pain. Chauncey quickly learned how to stand still and sturdy to help Kathy out of stoop positions, another example of rescue payback. He is now a nomad dog, traveling and living in a bus. He carries the scars on his body, but not in his heart. Chauncey is so loving and affectionate and appreciative of his forever home. He's a hugger. Kathy calls all her fur babies her glue crew because fur babies stick by you when no one else will. I really like that saying. Since Chauncey found his forever home, he lost his two little brothers, Sage and Shaggy Joe, to the Rainbow Bridge. Chauncey still has psychological issues that cause him to be a flight risk. Kathy is still working on that. She has one boondocking spot on a farm that he's allowed to roam free. He really likes the cow pasture after it rains and gets chest deep in mud and manure. What a dog's life he leads now. He steals the bed for afternoon naps. He takes over the driver's seat and is proud to have a home and human to protect. From tragic to lucky nomad dog, Chauncey is here to say, love heals all wounds. Next we have Grover, who owns Janet's heart. Janet has two dogs that will be traveling with her, but first she wants to share Grover's story, in her words, the best dog ever. The first time she saw him, he was a block from her house, the skinniest dog she had ever seen, with mange so bad he was hairless except for a mohawk stripe down his back. She fed him what she had in her car and promised to come back with more. He didn't wait for her to come back and showed up at her door. He survived and flourished. Fast forward 8 years, Janet had moved with her dogs, but the people she was staying with were cruel to her, to the point that she was considering suicide. But when she looked into Grover's sweet, loving eyes, she knew she couldn't leave him. So while she initially saved him, he ended up saving her. His paw prints will be on her heart forever. She misses him every day. These are Janet's traveling buddies now. First is Nancy. Janet figures she was a shepherd mix and was dumped in her yard as a puppy 9 years ago. She is a quiet girl who likes to sit back and contemplate things, the very opposite of her brother. Which brings us to Ichabod. Little Ick was scheduled for euthanasia on a Monday. Someone from the shelter knew Janet and knew that she was known to take in problem children. She picked him up on Sunday and named him Ichabod. His big issue is that he's a fear biter, which Janet understood. He was rescued from the Atlanta floods. She could tell he had been loved and cared for, but they couldn't find his owners. We'll never know his story or what he went through. Janet says he has his quirks, but she loves him dearly. He sings to her grandmother on the phone. Janet is now looking for a van and hopes to be on the road by fall. They both love to ride. More lucky nomad dogs. Wasn't that a great parade, if I do say so myself? I mean, hi Bella, our photo bomber. Thanks for watching. Yep, say hi to Smoke. Hi Bella. Hi Bella. So thanks for watching today. Thank you to all you viewers who shared. What a bunch of great pets. What a bunch of great people. I'm really enjoying this segment. We're managing the heat. We've dipped from triple digit down to the 90s, and we're supposed to be heading down into the 80s. So we've managed the worst of it, but we're still going to hang in the tent for a while and stay cool. It's so much cooler out here in the shade in the tent. So till next time, which would be Sunday, here's what my guys have to say.